Okay. Here we go. Instantly regrets voice. No, it's fine. So yeah, brand new playthrough. Character's name is Asteroid Vestige, in honor of Meteor Survivor. We are playing on Adamantoise on the 8th data center. And I'm honestly going to see how long I can go for, stream for, and do MSQ.
Here. Here. Feel. Hear, feel, think.
What's up, Walu? Thanks for the resub for 51 months, man. Walu was definitely here. I just didn't want to talk during like the action stuff. I did not actually. I started on Aether Adamantoise so that I can still party up with you guys. Should I go into anything, duties and all that stuff? So, boy, you all right, lad? You were moaning in your sleep and sweating buckets besides. Rolling out of the ship caught your stomach churning, has it? Don't seem like seasickness. Now that I look at you. It'll be the Aether then, I reckon. Some are more sensitive to this stuff than others, see? And we ain't too far from Vilbren now. Which is chock full of Aetherites. It's drifting in and out, this accent. No need to fret, though. Soon get used to it. But EU though, I'm over there too. That was the whole point. I know, but then it would just be only you. Might as well be been blooming seasickness. Ship sleeping around like a demented chocobo today. Reckon I might head out on deck. Get myself a breath of fresh air. Them settlements is still a fair way off, in case you were wondering. Seeing as you're awake now and all, how's about you keep me company till we get there? Them youngins don't much care for conversation, see? Any road. Brennan's the name, and peddling's me trade. But either way, I was about to catch some sleep, so enjoy MSQ and do not skip. I will try my best to not accidentally skip anything, and I'm also going to read dialogue and stuff. So I'm also, real quick before you leave, staying true to the expansions. So we're gonna play all of A Realm Reborn as the warrior, Heaven's Word will do Dragoon. Stormblood will... I don't even know what the cover was. So on and so forth. Smell that salty sea breeze. Now then, lad. Judging by your unusual garments, I'd say you were one of them new adventurers. Am I warm? I didn't even fit in the cutscene. I knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business. These days especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? To gain power. Power? I'm gonna stop the accent. As in, power to do good? Like protecting the weak and fighting for what's right and all that? I thought that's what you meant. Well, adventurers do get up to a lot of fighting, that's for sure. You'll never be short of a chance to polish your warcraft in the adventuring business. Once we make port, you'd best sign yourself up at the Adventurers Guild. They'll set you on the right path. And it wouldn't hurt to join a guild, neither. Limsa's home to a few, so if you fancy learning how to swing an axe or even sling a spell, you should think about seeking one out. Just remember though, there's more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no point in being dead, and that's a fact. Limsa probably has the best intro of the three. Ship's off the starboard bow! Pirate colors! Pirates? Bloody house. Have you no sense? Get below! What is the world coming to? Pirates firing on a ship flying Laminson colors? Bastards either have a boatload of balls or bugger all for brains. You can rest easy, friends. We've made it out to cannon range, and no buccaneer's bark will catch this flighty temptress once the wind's in her sails. That was too bleeding close. Glad one of us kept his head on his shoulders. I reckon I'd lost mine otherwise. If them pirates gave up the chase, we must be close to port. Let's head up on deck and have us a look, shall we? Actually, this also makes sense, like, lore-wise. Just, you know, the cutscene you do, I think, start in Limsa in the trailer. By the by, is this your first trip to Limsa Laminsa? No. Thought not. But I'll wager there have been some changes since your last visit. Allow a journeyed itinerant to appraise you of the current state of affairs. Limsa Laminsa prides itself on being Eorzea's foremost naval power. Weren't too long ago that the place was ruled by pirates, but thanks to the current Admiral civilizing influence, holy moly, the city-state could almost pass for a respectable nation. By the way, this is your first time tuning in either live or on YouTube, I'm gonna fumble a lot, so bear with me. You'd never guess she was once a rum-swilling buccaneer herself, especially with the pirate talk in this game. Of course, most folk ain't so quick to change, and without a town full of liberty-loving ruffians, you can imagine how many naysayers and troublemakers she's got to deal with, like them pirates who took a fancy to us just now. And if that weren't bad enough, I've heard the Sahagin are raiding the coast just as bold as you please. Them are the sea-dwelling beastmen the locals call fishbacks, in case you didn't know. At long last. Land ho! Behold, Limsa Laminsa, a nation blessed by the ocean's bounty and beloved of Lemillion, goddess of navigation. I butchered that.
on a windswept isle in the southwestern corner of the realm. Amidst the roiling waves of the Rotano Sea lies the maritime city-state of Limsa Lominsa. To this haven for bandits and brigands, cutthroats and curs, seekers of both freedom and fortune, comes a lone adventurer. Lone yet not alone, for the hero's arrival has drawn the gaze of the nation's patron deity, Lim Lane.
Lim Lane, yeah, that's how you say it.
What realm-shaking fate has she descried in the churning waters of this mortal's future?
And here's where we part ways, son. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares. Then it's on to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this. By way of thanks for saving me arse earlier. Hey, you never did tell me your name, did you? Well, here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square. Get it? Square? That was lame.
Through peril and hardship, discovery and triumph, may the navigator guide this brave soul on his life's voyage.
I'm gonna need it.
Till sea swallows all.
Title card? Hey, you there. Hi, Rocket. I mean you. This is my district, and I make it my business to know all the scum that washes up in it. Ugh. Ah, an adventure fresh off the boat, is it? Well then. Allow one of Limsa Lominsa's finest to set you on the right path. Up to it, lad. I haven't got all day. How are you doing, Rocket? Welcome to Limsa Lominsa, a bustling city-state filled with scoundrels and brigands, the rough-cut diamond of the Rotana Sea. Alright, we're gonna use mouse and keyboard, blah blah blah. I'm also gonna log out really fast because I need to change this. Oh boy. Yeah, we need to change that. Let me just open up my files. Documents. Okay, we're gonna log out really fast. That should do it. I think I also need to turn this down. I'm not sure. Alright, everything should be fixed. It sounds okay? Okay. It's so hard sometimes because the mixer Like, if you heard what I heard in my headset, you'd be like, bruh, turn that shit down. Anyways, how are you doing, Rocket? How are you feeling? I'm honestly gonna go as long as I can. I'm gonna go for as long as I can. Physically possible. You wasted most of your day, though? Man, what time? Oh, shit. It is like... Not me about to tell you good morning. Oh, my God. All right. Oh, I guess I wasted most of my day, too, then. Now then. I'm sure you're itching to explore, but adventurers are required to register their presence in the city. And without a bit of local knowledge, you're like to get your throat slit in some piss-stinking alley. Wow, that's... such a dark welcome. You stayed in bed until like 2 p.m. Honestly, I didn't start doing anything until about 2 hours ago, so I feel you. So before you do anything else, get yourself over to the Drowning Wetch and enroll with the Adventurers Guild. It's not far. Just head straight down the street and speak with Gerfar. He'll show you how to work that big moving platform we call the Crow's Lift, and that'll take you up to the pub. Once you're there, look for a fellow by the name of Baderon. He's the proprietor of the wench. You might curse like an ale-sodden sailor, but the man's got a soft spot for wide-eyed newcomers like yourself. They'll set you straight. Got all that? Good. Now run along, and may the navigator guide you on your journey. You have begun a quest. You know, I remember doing this all for the first time and just being like, I've played MMOs before, skip all this. Welcome to Limsa Laminsa. If you've a mind to visit the Drowning Wench, the Crow's Lift will take you there. And just for future reference, anytime I have to speak to Baderon, I am not reading his dialogue. I hate how he talks and I want to punch him in the face. So here we go. I'll just give time for readers to read. This man makes me trip on my tongue so much, he deserves a punch in the face. Is there a / punch? I was just telling Walu before he went off to bed that I'm going to be doing the classes specific to the trailer or cover of, you know, the face of that expansion. So we're going to be doing Warrior for A Realm Reborn, Dragon for Heaven's Word, so on and so forth. And that'll be good because when I'm not streaming MSQ, I can work on leveling those other classes in the meantime. I do like how Baderon does not question your name, but if you start in Gridania and you speak to Mother Miyun, she's like, this better not be some Farsi, funny business pun crap. Honestly, Limsa's design is very cool with all of the masts and stuff like that. All right. Have to talk to Baderon again. I think I'm the only person that's neutral about Nimsa. I don't like, honestly, I meme a lot about it, but that's just because I can't stand Limsa chat. I can't stand most chat, to be honest. Gives me a headache, but Limsa most of all. But the city itself, the ambience, the NPCs, the locals, the region, I actually love Limsa. Good morning, Time. Can we please get a shout out for Time Night? Also, I'm not reading Baderon's dialogue because I hate the way he talks and he makes me trip on my own tongue. Talking about the design too, so many of my friends love Limsa. Oh, I absolutely love Limsa. But I'm also partial to, you know, this sort of aesthetic. Speak like it. No, it hurts my tongue. I would, but every single time I've done this in the past, I'm just like, well, that's it for me. I'm done for the rest of the day. But I hope you're feeling better, Time. I'm just skimming through this dialogue real quick. Guys got good hearing. Thank God. And please remind me, because sometimes I do be trying. And I'm like, do I really need to read this? Or would you look at this? A shiny new adventure. Listen close, lad. I have some information that might just help you put you on the map here in Limsa. I was passing through Bulwark Hall before not long ago and saw a bunch of herbs just scattered around about on the ground. I'm not entirely certain, but I think they might have been the black market wares known as dream flowers. Limsa is a busy port, and not all the merchants that blown across the strait are above board, if you know what I mean. How'd the plants end up in the mizzenmast? Who knows? Might have been a deal gone bad. The important thing is you make a name for yourself by handing them in. Speak to Skin Rail, and she'll get you down on the first floor. Then all you have to do is pick up the herbs and take them to blah, 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 at the Octant. Being a worldly captain, he knows a thing or two about such shady goods. Alright, and just also we're gonna meme the fuck out of every single vomit row name, is what I call them. You wish to visit Bulwark Hall below. The crow's lift is ready when you are. There's a lot of narration. Read it in your head sometimes. It helps to get through it. It's interesting, but it's like reading it. Yeah. Do it the time way and read all the side quests and click on all the characters at every step of the quest. There was actually one of the runs that I did where I was like, I'm gonna try to 100% this game. Like, I'm gonna speak to every NPC. I'm gonna do every single quest I see. Keyboard smash. I've almost reported so many rows because of their names. Oh my gosh. No, even just the freaking... The NPCs are bad. Yeah, I had a good brekkie. I already had some caffeine. I didn't take any painkillers for a headache because I don't want to take too much. So, but we've got water. The room is cool-ish. Yes, I am. You have some herbs you wished me to examine. That's 6, buddy. Yes, as you suspected, these are the highly illegal blooms known as dream flowers. They are the prime ingredient in the creation of a somnus, a substance whose fragrance is said to lull the sniffer's mind into the sleep of death. Wow. Forgive me, cannot resist the jest. Oh, these herbs are not more than athletic lavender, a common enough export from Limsa. Oh my god, guy, you actually had me, legit. In fact, these probably spilled from crates that were loaded onto my very own ship. I think someone has been having a bit of fun with you, son. But not to worry. You've learned a few things and made a new acquaintance. Well met. The way I was about to pick up that quest just for time. I woke up for the second time today, 2 EP, so I'm gonna lurk and just try to sleep some more before I wake up. Wake up the Emperor. Yeah, you got it. I hope you are able to fall back asleep. Another novice adventure. Baderon has sent more than a few your kind the way of late. I am Sundamal, one of the... See, that's not bad. One of the Yellow Jackets tasked with keeping the peace in the city. It is also my charge to provide guidance in the use of this device. Fear not, I shall be brief. Aetherites are crystalline structures that tap into ethereal energies. They are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Return and teleport, the most common transportation spells, make direct use of the Aetherites and their connection to the flow of Aether. And as these devices are found in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer worthy of the name will wish to seek out and attune himself to each one. Once you have expanded your horizons beyond the walls of the city, you will soon find yourself performing the act of attunement as a matter of course. There is, however, no need for unseemly haste. The Aetherites found in and around the city will be sufficient for the present, I assure you. Should you wish to learn more about Aetherites or transportation magic, I will be here to answer your questions. I'm going to need you to read these quests in an ASMR voice. Okay, how do I do that? Do I just like whisper, speak softly? Deep throat the mic? Greetings, adventurer. Do you wish an explanation of ethereal travel? I am here to answer any queries you might have. What is ethereal travel? To understand ethereal travel, you must first understand the nature of Aether. Aether is the source of all life, and the underlying force that makes all forms of arcane manipulation possible. This ephemeral substance, though unseen and unfelt, flows around and within every single living creature. Okay, I mean, just for you, okay? No, I can't do that. This is going on YouTube. In the moment of our death, it is believed, ask me later, it is believed that a separation occurs between our spiritual and physical forms. Our bodies break down and are absorbed back into the ethereal river, while our souls continue on to the afterlife. This final journey is sometimes called returning to the life stream. Let me read that one more time. Our bodies break down and are absorbed back into the ethereal river, while our souls continue on to the afterlife. Okay. I mean... If we're in voice chat, just ask me later. I got you. However, our ancestors discovered ways in which, through meditation and focus of spiritual energies, one could reduce his body to Aether without losing the grip on his spirit, in turn allowing for travel upon the life stream. These methods have been given the names Return and Teleport. Clever. I swear, if this is a unsolicited guild invite, I will shout chat. As you travel through Eorzea, you will oft come across large floating deposits of a crystalline substance known as aetheryte. The one before us here is a fine example. It is said that aetheryte is the solid manifestation of the planet's lifeblood, aether, and that by touching it, the aether which makes up our bodies resonates with that contained in the crystal. This is called attunement. Normally, when one's body is reduced to aether, it will naturally gravitate to the location with which it resonates the greatest, or one's home point. This is why upon losing consciousness in battle, many wake to find themselves back at an aetheryte. In other words, aetherites act as lodestones, assuring that the body, in its ethereal form, is not lost to the pull of the greater flow. And because signatures of past attunements are maintained within our bodies, it is possible, with some spiritual training of course, to ignore the pull back to the strongest resonation and travel to another beacon. Many refer to this as teleportation. What is even more amazing is that when teleporting, we can carry those with whom we have created a bond, such as an adventuring party, assuming they have previously attuned with the destination aetheryte. This is actually... I just learned stuff. Don't forget to block invites. Okay, let me do that. What is the difference between return and... we just for, you know, to be consistent in clarification, we're going to read this as well. As return merely involves allowing the body to be drawn back to the strongest ethereal beacon, one's home point, it is fairly easy to execute and requires very little spiritual exertion. Usually a few moments of rest and all that is needed before it is safe to attempt another jump. Teleportation, on the other hand, comes with a greater price. A great deal of spiritual energy known as anima is required to fight the natural flow of the life stream and guide one's body and soul to a comparatively weak ethereal beacon. Anima, the first time I heard anima was actually when I started doing relics in, what was that, Heavensward? So that's interesting. So a great deal of spiritual energy known as anima is required to fight the natural flow of the life stream. If one's body lacks sufficient anima, teleporting to a location may prove impossible. Luckily for most of us, anima is restored quickly and should not prohibit regular travel. Then why, you ask, must we pay gil when using teleport? Well, after the calamity, many of the existing aetheryte camps were destroyed. To relocate and rebuild them required a large sum of money, much of which was lent by certain men of business from Old Da. The gil you pay when either leaving from or arriving at an aetheryte goes to paying off that debt. Damn, I see that. I'll be liking Old Da. Who the hell is this? Where's the details, bro? I see. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna decline. Shout chat. Imagine unsolicited invites in 2023. All right, now how do I block this? Should be under character, right? Oh, busy command. You know what? Let's do that. Let's, that is... Thank you. Somewhere in character settings? Okay. Oh, you could do /busy? I actually didn't know that. Okay. We're going to listen to this explanation of the markets. A fine evening to you, sir. Welcome to the most replete marketplace in the grand realm of Eorzea, where every shelf groans under the weight of wonders born from all four corners of the world. Pray browse the stalls until your eyeballs ache from oogling the overabundance of unbelievable bargains. Now, as much as I would love to elaborate upon the unrivaled quality of our merchandise, I must tend to some cargo, but recently arrived at the docks. You bear a gift from Baderon. Whatever could... Ah, my octant. By the navigator, I must have left it in the wench, along with this week's pay, and several bells worth of intoxicated memories. I am most grateful to have it back. This tool is a keepsake from my days as a ship captain, you see. Needless to say, your good deed must be repaid, and what better recompense than the wisdom of a master merchant? If it is simple and sturdy adventuring equipment you seek, you need... Okay, we're gonna just skip this real quick because we're not this. We'll just let it... Right, mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Now we're gonna go to the Monitor's Guild. I'm just gonna really quickly run through. Grab all the mini aetherites. I also need to adjust this down. There we go. And you can also do /. So you could do everything, huh? You could probably do /AFK, /busy. I wonder if /mentor works. Just take it on and off. Somewhere in character settings. Maybe it's I'll move this over here. And then use this and go to back to Hawker's Alley so we can grab the Fisherman Guild. I might take some painkillers here in a second, actually. Don't want anything to deter me from having a long stream. Do it, right? Where are you in your MSQ replay? Okay, and then from here, isn't there some sort of... There it is, stairs. And then Rocket, I know you just... you just finish Heaven's Word, right? On Zane? Just need to finish worrying about Triad before I start Stormblood. Oh, okay. Just check the map real quick. We'll go this way. I have 3 more quests on A Realm Reborn. Nice. Did I go to the wrongs? But this is not... Oh, that's... okay. I haven't logged on Zane since Saturday? Friday? Oh, okay. Real quick, I am also going to grab the mail so we can get that XP boost. And just the XP boost alone from the earring is really all I need. I don't need to be completely over-leveled. I know what you're thinking. Muggles are supposed to hide in trees and avoid contact with outsiders. Why ever would they agree to carry about letters? Why, indeed. If I had my way, I'd be curled up under the canopy of a nice oak, dreaming about some beautiful mooglet with a rainbow-colored pom-pom. Kupo. But no. The moon had to go and drop from the sky, causing all of that terrible commotion. Aetherites were shattered and link pearls rendered useless. For moons, the poor wingless people of Eorzea had no way of communicating with each other, beyond screaming at the top of their lungs, which no one really approved of. Kupo. That is until the little horned ones asked us to assist them by delivering messages. At first we were wary of showing ourselves, worried that one of yous might catch and skin us, like you do every other forest furry. But once we saw how much we were appreciated, we knew we'd found our new calling. And I personally promised to try and not read any along the way. Kupo. Look what we have here. 13 new, well, technically 16 once the rest comes in. Don't even look at a side quest or you'll hit 90 before. MSQ will power level you no matter what you do. Yeah. Even, yeah, that's true. Maybe I can avoid being an NFC then. I really don't need it. Teleportation fees, that'll take care of itself soon enough, because we'll get plenty of gil from just doing quests. And then once I lock retainers, I can I gotta do retainers and sell some stuff along the way, maybe. Absolutely. Unfortunately, ferry is congested, so I haven't been able to. That's actually why I've been putting this off, because I can't even make a character on ferry. The FC's been rank 30 for the longest time. We have way too much company credits that we can even spend. Before we actually hit rank 30, way before we even recruited, just between me and Glenn. I used to fall asleep to this music, so I'm like debating whether or not I should turn off background music, but I'm gonna leave it on. I used to, I would turn off my PC and then I would pull up all 3 city-states music day and night cycles, and it would help me sleep. Especially Olda. Olda's very, very, that really nice somber piano. My only rule is that you're not experiencing FF14 if the music ain't on. Yeah, no, it's gonna be on for the entirety of everything. Because even 3 years later, dude, I'd be going into stuff and I'd be even when I was streaming, spamming all the way to endgame, I would still have my own music on, and still to this day I'll get into something and Rocket or somebody in my party will be like, background music 100, and I'll turn it on and I'll be like, I've never heard this song. Oh there, adventurer, curious about the Marauders Guild, are ye? Any axe worth swinging needs 2 hands on the haft, and as a blade what can make short work of a galley's mast. Wait, are you a rapper? That's the kind of weapon our member trained to use with deceptive swiftness and all too predictable force. Are you interested in hearing more, lad? Why don't I give you the short version of the guild's founding history and we can go from there. It all started with ships, you see. What have ships got to do with axes, you ask? Well, building them would be pretty bloody difficult without a sturdy tool to lop down trees for timber. I have the old night music in my FC room now. It's so freaking peaceful. It's my favorite thing musically in this game. Since only the navigator herself knows when a ship will run afoul of a storm or worse, it makes sense for the crew's carpenter to carry an axe on board. Aye, it all started with shipbuilding and ship repair. What, am I boring you? As I was saying, any tool on a ship can become a weapon, and the axe was perfect for hooking yourself over the rail of an enemy vessel, letting loose in a whirl of steel and generally laying waste to all about. As more seafarers took up the axe as their weapon of choice, so did the bloody art of the marauder began to take shape, especially among pirates, where strength and skill decided your place in the world. With an eye to assembling crews and battle-ready raiders. I swear they do this on purpose sometimes. The pirates started teaching the proper way to wield the chopping blade to their new recruits. And that's how the Marauders Guild first came to be. But once the Gladian Accord was signed to unite the Maelstrom and the pirates against Olympus's enemies, the whole game changed. Say that 10 times. What was it? Battle ready raiders, battle ready raiders, battle ready raiders. No, I got this 4. The Accord itself was a dismal failure, of course, but the Marauders Guild was never the same. It was taken over, restructured, and purged of its pirates' elements. It had been reborn as an institution dedicated to naught but the teaching of axe fighting. The members of this new Marauders Guild weren't no greed-driven cutthroats neither. They were warriors who had sought to use their martial prowess for the good of society. If mastering the axe is your heart's desire, then you'll find no better arena in which to practice your swings. Oh, it was definitely Battle Ready Raiders. You decided to swing an axe with the Marauders then. Alright then. All it needs doing now is to speak with the Axe Master himself. Sounds simple? I've seen folks slink out the door rather than put themselves in the path of that unnerving glare. That's the bloke right there in the middle of the room. Ruffsmith is his name. Put some steel in your spine and look him straight in the eye when you talk to him. Good fortune. Quest? Are you French? Yes, I am Ruffsmith's Axe Master, they call me. Not the most imaginative of titles, I agree, but one should not underestimate the value of directness. I welcome your interest in our guild. The art of the Marauder is used to rend, to cleave, and to destroy. It is not our way to simply outfight our adversaries. We seek to overwhelm them. The Marauder must be the most powerful and enduring presence on the battlefield. We must account for the most enemies defeated. Our role in combat is that of a steel whirlwind, dealing death and destruction without equal. No doubt the question has already been put to you by Bluflula, but once more shall I challenge your commitment. Are you prepared for the bloody carnage that awaits an initiate of the Marauders Guild? Learning it, wouldn't be surprised if that's why my phone... Very well, your name. Attend me well, then, Asteroid. Hold fast to this moment of dedication. The path of the Marauder is a jagged and perilous one. The blood that spills at your feet will oftentimes be your own. You stand now as a student of the axe. Let us waste no time in testing the edge of your chosen weapon. You shall wade straightway into combat as befits a novice of our discipline. Go forth and slay the bleeding, scurrying, crawling pests that plague the outskirts of Limsa. Lost lambs, wharf rats, and little ladybugs shall be your piteous adversaries this day. Basically, he said, you trash. Alright, we do have to go back to the drowning wench. You should put Limsa's music over like a scene from Pirates of the Caribbean. Asteroid, enjoy your journey around the city. Yeah, I won't be reading his stuff. God, never again. Alright, we are headed to Middle Lanasia. We don't have food, do we? Little ladybugs. Our piteous adversary. Still need 2 more lost lambs. Did that lost lamb just yell, "Help me"? Hang on, let's hear that again. Pretty sure it said, "Help me." Is that a fate? No. What is that? Is that? Oh, it's an S mark. I probably should have hit this, but whatever. Let's go. Oh God! It's. It's an S rank. No, is that an S rank? I think that's an A rank. I'm not gonna get credit if I die anyways. Fuck! No, the S rank there is a giant, the blowy things, the sucky blowy things. There it is. There's the last 3 bit of our stuff. The perfect emote for that situation. I should have just hit it once and fucking that. That's okay. I don't think I would have gotten anything anyways. It's too the distance and levels is too drastic. Plus, I don't have any of those other things like seals unlocked and whatnot. It's all good. It was just a shortcut home. That's all. All right, we are going to do all this. You know what? We had to come back to the Marauders Guild anyways. Look at that. All right, there's no punch. There is a fist bump. We can fist bump Batteran's face. All right, I'm gonna hold on to those feathers. I should have actually stayed out there till I hit level 5, to be honest. Because I'm gonna need it for Batteron anyways, and I don't think I'll get it if I just turn in that quest. So let's just go back out real fast. See that big thing over there? That Gubu? I think that's the S rank here in this region. Oh, you know what? It'd be good if we equip the Memphina's earring too. Actually. There we go. Actually, let's go attack something a little bit higher level. Plus, there's a fade over here. The level 6? That's more like it. I just need to hit 5 and then we'll go back. There you go. Much better XP gain. I already knocked out all of my roulettes on my main, so I am good to stay on this for the entire night. No one's complaining about the storm and rain. I told her she isn't made of salt or sugar, so she should. I would love a storm and rain. Like, the gray, gloomy days are my favorite days. And when it's stormy and rainy, I'm just in bliss. There we go. Okay. How far am I? You know, we're just gonna go grab that aetheryte so we can at least unlock return. Oh, is it return? No, teleport. Sorry, unlock teleport. Oh, you know what? Since we are streaming too... Oh, it is already on max. Okay. I haven't seen any dropped frames or anything, so I'll leave it on max settings. Oh, there's delivery Moogles out here too? If I ever needed delivery Moogle, I almost always go to a city-state. I didn't even know they were out here. Alright, we are going to use our return. These teleports are expensive at the moment. Marauders Guild, actually. Master from Epsilon. You are returned to me a different man. Already your face shows a harder cast, a realization of the slaughter of which you are capable. There is much training to be done before you will wield the axe to its fullest potential. Learn well your lessons, build your strength, and make of each swing an instinctive act. You shall have this hunting log to aid you in that endeavor. There are of course myriad methods which by you might improve your techniques, but when the way forward is not readily apparent, the log provides a reliable source of challenges. I like that it's basically saying, if you need XP, do your hunt log. Asteroid, you approach me with marauder strides, determined, unswerving, and bereft of the hesitation that marked our first meeting. I am pleased. The time has come for you to begin a new stage in your training. Now what sets the axe aside from the gladius or the dagger, it is the raw, unstoppable destruction wrought by its thick, heavy blade. And that overwhelming power can only be properly directed by extraordinary physical strength. Thus we come to the core of this day's lesson. Such strength as a marauder must possess is developed through a traditional method passed down through the generations of the guild, a method that you too shall be taught to employ. Present yourself to Ralph in this practiced area downstairs, and he shall instruct you further. The Axe-Master told me you'd be on your way. My name's Blabthalo. Good it is to meet a new marauder. Now we axe wielders build strength and control by splitting boulders. That's right. Our traditional method involves smashing a rock with your axe. But you can't use just any old swing. You need to hit the rock just so. Rockflannel, a fellow marauder, is waiting just outside the Zephyr Gate, by the bridge over the Rogue River. She'll tell you how it's done. I can't wait to meet the captain. Ross from whatever her name is. I think it's Merle Wibb. Oh, we should have talked to Battern, huh? Oh, fuck. Yeah, we should have. Man, that sprint lasts a long time. Thank you, Rocket. Pally is down. Oh man, I love that they're like updating it on a live regular basis. On the bright side, I'm done for the day. Oh hell yeah. Sorry, I'm back. Internet flickered. No worries. I thought you were gonna take a little resty rest before the Emperor gets on. This fucking guy. Go to the farm, talk to the owner. He's got himself a crew of reformed pirates. They're working the fields after the calamity, ruin the soil. Mentioned he needs a hand or two. And he's sending us with a glowing recommendation. You need directions, take the Zephyr Gate. Crammed 8 hours of work into 3.5. Help. Did you eat yet, Rocket? You had a sandwich? Nice. God, what did I had two PB&Js and a can of Coke. My brekkie was delish. Is that why I have a headache? Fucking all the sugar, maybe? I don't care. Just gotta watch out for hunt log targets. Alright, one more ladybug. No? No, that's good. Cool. Those bees. Not the bees! Alright, greetings lad. Ready to split some stones? I have 3 nice hard rocks for you to build up sweat on. That could have gone... What if I was like super dyslexic? What if I read that entirely wrong? Don't try nothing fancy now, just hit him with a good solid heavy swing. That's the way to do it. Now you've got the idea. Why don't you have at him a little harder with that heavy swing of yours? Hold nothing back. And we got another bee cloud. One, two, three, and right into the last bee cloud. Alright, we also need to head to the farm for batterns. Oh. Yeah, we need to go out there. Okay, let's do this first. I can see you're natural. Your head's still ringing with the sound of cracking boulders. Take yourself back to the Axe Master and let him know you're ready for something harder. Pause. Alright, now let's go to the farm. Oh, mandragoras. These are technically the screaming things from Harry Potter, right? I think it's a mandragora. I think that's the only instance I've heard, like, I know mandragoras from. Should be 3. Yep. Sprint. Alright, who are we talking to? That guy. You must be the adventurer Baderon promised to send along. Mandrake, that's the one. You honored his word, so that's a good start. I'm Stillworn, the old bastard as Baderon likely described me, and this here is my humbly orchid. A good number of the lads and lasses working here once terrorized the high seas, and if you're wondering why I employ these scrags, well, they used to crew my pirate ship. The calamity did for our ship like it did so many others, and I was sore wounded into the bargain. I had to feed myself and my crew somehow, and Admiral Merlwib, I won't butcher her name. Her last name, yes, but her first name, no. Their initiative to get us landlocked buccaneers work in the field seemed too fine an offer to refuse. What's with the scowl? Well, it turns out you can take the pirate away from the sea, but you can't take the sea away from the pirate. A lot of my blokes just never took to tending the soil, you see. And unfortunately, the botanists I called in to train them have been wringing their hands in black despair. With so much work piling up, I need a tougher soul like you to step in and help where it's needed. Let's take sabots. Not bad looking boots. I have a mind to set you a task, Vestige, but before I do, I need to be sure you're properly kitted out. Pirates don't care to parley with dandies, you understand. It might well be that the ones here have traded in their cutlasses for coulters, but they're still rogues at heart. I know a solid set of gear when I see it, so come back when you think you're more suitably equipped. And I think there is a quest nearby that gives a level 5 headpiece, or I can just go buy one. I'm just gonna go buy one, which means we can't waste money on a teleport. Inspection, go back to the Marauders Guild. Honestly, you know, reading everything and the music and just what I'm looking at right now, I sort of had a very nostalgic deja vu of when I first started playing FF11. And I wonder if that's how people who's like, this is their first MMO and this is also their first introduction to Final Fantasy, I wonder if that's the feeling that they get. Frugal ass. I only have 210 guild in my name. If I spent 100 on the teleport to go back, I don't know if I could afford a level 5 helmet. Before we leave, just making a mental note, we're gonna go talk to the Axe Master at the Marauders Guild. Now, who can sell me a helmet? I think it's this dude. And we're gonna take this one. There we go. And we've got 69 gil. Ayo. Is that enough to get us to back to the farm? It is not. What if we sold you something, bro? Like, what if you took this honey and these wings and that and that and that and that and that? It's still not enough. Cool beans. Alright, let's go to the Marauders Guild. Walk. I will. Fuck. Aetheryte Marauders Guild. I'm gonna make some coffee. I should do that. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Has the training loosened your muscles and focused your mind? An urgent request for help has arrived from the Red Rooster Stead, and I've chosen you to respond. It appears a hostile group of megalocrabs has unwittingly elected itself the next test of your prowess. As this is your first outing on official Marauder duty, you should be accompanied by a veteran conjurer by the name of Scorplem. She awaits you on the floor below. May devastation follow in your wake. Yeah, I totally am. And I think I might also, because I'm recording, because if I try to rip this from Twitch, it gives it to me in 720 instead of 1080, because Twitch. So I might just stop the recording and then come back. That's right. I know who you are. My brother often has me escort his fledgling marauders on their more dangerous tasks. I suppose worse one than that expects me to give you the details then. Very well. It seems the farmers need us to clear out a megalocrab nest near the Morning Widow in Lower Lanasia. I shall trust you to find your own way there. Just don't forget your axe. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and end the recording here. This will be like a part 1 thing, and then we'll come back in just a bit.